Hey, everyone, welcome to Parrle. We're launching a fresh playlist diving into films that don't just play on screen. They predict, they warn, they hit you where it hurts. First up, Contagion, the 2011 Steven Soderbergh masterpiece that feels like it stole its blueprint from 2020's nightmare. Matt Damon, Kate Winslet, Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, Marion Cotillard. This cast didn't just act, they lived a pandemic before we did. Empty cities, masks on every face, vaccine races, conspiracy lunatics, it's all there. Scripted years before COVID locked us down. X is losing it. This film knew too much. In TikTok's trending hashtag Contagion clips with 4 million views in 2025 alone. Back then, it was a slick thriller, 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, $135 million at the box office. But now, it's a prophecy we can't unsee. We're tearing into every inch of this. How it nailed the science, mirrored our chaos, and why it's surging again in 2025, in the eerie chill of recognition. Hit that subscribe, smash the bell, let's dive into how Contagion called our reality before we even knew it was coming. Let's set the stage. Contagion kicks off with a cough that ends everything. Day 1. Beth Emhoff, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, is in Hong Kong business trip, jet-lagged, sipping a drink, touching chips, shaking hands. She's sweaty, pale 2 minutes in. She's back in Minnesota, seizing on her kitchen floor, foam at the mouth, gone. Her 6-year-old son stumbles in. Hours later, he's dead too. Same symptoms, eyes rolling back, lifeless on a couch. It's sudden, brutal, and hits like a gut punch. X-fans post, this is COVID's opening shot. And you can't argue. The virus, EP1, spreads like a ghost, handshakes, elevator buttons, a sneeze in a crowd. Matt Damon's Mitch, her husband, is left reeling, immune, somehow, but watching his world collapse. The film jumps Hong Kong casinos, London airports, Tokyo subways, global in hours. Kate Winslet's Dr. Erin Mears, a CDC epidemiologist, hits the ground running, tracing Beth's steps, mapping contacts. She's in a hotel room, it's airborne, scribbling on a whiteboard as cases explode. Soderbergh didn't guess this. He worked with real experts. Dr. Larry Brilliant, Ian Lipkin, crafting MEV, one as a bat-pig-human hybrid, or 0 of 4, kills in days. Compare COVID, or 0 started at 2 to 3, spiked with variants, it's damn close. The dominoes fall, hospitals clog with coughing bodies, Minneapolis streets turn silent. Chicago's next looters smash windows, trash piles up, a bus burns. Mitch locks down with his teen daughter, Jory, barricaded, rationing food, peering out at a world unraveling. Sound familiar? TikTok's got edits. This was my house in 2020, racking up 3M plus views. The film's newsreels, anchors and masks, death tolls climbing echo our nightly doom scrolls. We see San Francisco, tech brothers fleeing, a Tokyo school shutting, a London tube deserted. In 2011, it was clever fiction now? It's a time capsule we lived. We're peeling back every layer, Beth's trip, the spread, the panic, how it feels like us, frame by frame. Now, the science, Contagion didn't just wing it, it knew the game plan. MEV1's origin? A bat drops guano in a pig pen in China, pig gets slaughtered. Chef handles it, shakes Beth's hand, zoonotic jump, sealed. Scientists in 2025 nod. Textbook, Beth carries SARS, Nipah, Ebola. What markets her petri dishes? Ex-posts, they warned us. And yeah, they did. Near 0, how many one person infects? Starts at 4, spikes to 6 before masks and distance kick in. COVIDs are 0 hit 5 with Delta. Contagion wasn't far off. Transmission? Airborne droplets, fomites, door handles. Phones kills 20% of cases in days. Real-world parallel? SARS-CoV-2's early CFR was 3-4%. MEV1's meaner, but the vibe tracks. Lawrence Fishburne's Dr. Cheever runs the CDC, calm but fraying, pushing containment that collapses fast. Cities cordon off, trucks block highways, but people slip through, coughing. Kate Winslet's Dr. Mears dies tracing contacts, catches it from a handshake, collapses in a motel, heroic, gut-wrenching. She's the grunt, it's in the air, and her death stinks. Marion Cotillard's Leonora Orantes, a Who doc, hunts the source, kidnapped by Chinese villagers desperate for vaccine leverage. Labs race, Dr. Ally Hextall, Jennifer Ely, grows MEV, one in a dish, tests on monkeys, nails a nasal spray vaccine in months. Realistic? Reddit, 3K upvotes. says faster than mRNA, but the panic's spot on. Pfizer took a year. MEV, one squeezes it, still believable. Then, the chaos Jude Law's Alan Crumweed, a blogger with 12 million followers, peddles Forsythia, a fake herbal cure. He's slimy, Big Pharma's lying, and cashes in his riot spark. TikTok's trending, he's anti-vax Twitter IRL. 2M plus views on his rants. The film nails the mistrust, pharmacies get stormed, buses burn, a CDC presser's mob. Real-world echo? 2020's bleach scams, 5G towers torched, QAnon nuts, it's the same playbook. Contagion gets the math, or zero curves, incubation times, and the human meltdown, conspiracy, greed, fear. We're digging into it all. How close did it really get? What happens when MEV1 takes over? Contagion shows a world we recognize too well. Cities go dark, Chicago's streets barren, Minneapolis malls turn to morgues. Mitch buries Beth and his son, plastic bags, shallow backyard graves, then locks down with his daughter, Jory. No school, no friends, just a rifle, canned soup, and a radio spitting static. Ex-users say this was MY lockdown, and YouTube clips of those scenes? 3M plus views in 2025. Society phrase, looters raid Target, cops vanish. The army drops MREs from Humvees. It's not zombies, it's us, unglued. The spread's merciless. Beth's boss carries it to Atlanta, dies in a boardroom. A janitor hits Tokyo, a school outbreak. A London cabbie tubes a petri dish. Death toll? 25 million globally, 1% of the world, but it feels bigger. The film lingers, empty playgrounds, a dog sniffing trash, a nurse sobbing behind a mask. Then, the liars, Alan Crumweed cashes in, selling Forsythia while bodies stack in gymnasiums. Hope trickles, vaccine lottery start, bracelets mark the saved, but it's slow. Months of curfews, power cuts, vigilantes, it's 2020's rhythm on steroids. Reddit threats, this IS our timeline. In 2025's rewatching it hard. Why the surge? It's not just prediction, it's us, raw. The film shows a schoolteacher, patient 10, spreading it to kids. A casino worker, patient 50, wiping slots. A flight attendant, patient 200, crossing oceans. Sound like super spreaders we tracked? The masks, the fights, the quiet streets, it's a mirror. Soderbergh cuts deep. Mitch's neighbor begs for food, gets turned away. A doctor steals supplies. A kid trades a bike for water. It's personal, messy, real. 2020 Zoom funerals, empty shelves, all over again. Was it luck, or did we miss the signs? Let's unpack it. So, Contagion. Did it see the future? It's not psychic, it's sharp as hell. Scientists screamed about zoonotic risks for decades. Bats, markets, planes. Soderbergh just listened, teamed up with experts, and built MEV1. The film's a time machine. Our panic, our grit, our stupidity, all caught in 2011 celluloid. X calls it too real to watch. And TikTok's hooked for M+ views in 2025. It's not just a thriller, it's a warning we ignored. Was MEV1 scarier than COVID? 25 million dead versus 7 million. Numbers say yes, but our scars feel just as deep. Could we have dodged our own hell? Experts say maybe if we'd acted faster, but Contagion shows we're slow learners. It's personal, to Mitch's loss, Kate's sacrifice, Alan's lies, they're us, magnified. Why is it trending now? 2025's got new bugs, pox, H5N1 whispers, and we're paranoid again. This film's a lens, past, present, maybe future. You decide, drop your take below. Freakiest moment? Could Mitch have saved Beth? Was Alan worse than the virus? Top comment gets a shout out next time. Subscribe to Parrle Live. We're digging into more films that hit different. Follow us on X, TikTok, links below, names in the bio. What movie's next? Tell me. Let's keep ripping into the stories that matter.